I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology.
Now you can keep it. You said what you said, don't backtrack. You see, the difference is on live, when you're live, you can't really edit anything when you say it. You said what you felt in your heart. So you can't backtrack on it, my guy. And anybody in the comments underneath that video are saying they're blowing it out of proportion. This society's so soft. You are literally part of the problem. You're not part of the resolution. So you can stay on his side. But you said what you said. Stand on it. We just don't have to accept it. You understand?
Welcome on another episode, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're joining for the very first time, I see you as well. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please click on the like button. It's only going to take about a second and it will help others as well to see this video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about this man right here. This man is a fitness influencer. I particularly know this man on TikTok. He has a huge following of about 8.5 million people following him, and he is known for calling out people's mistakes, like maybe people in the gym filming video and dragging men, looking at them while filming in the public spaces. You know, content like that. He's known for consistently calling out people's mistake. And as you guys know, Hulk Hogan passed a few days ago. This man posted Hulk Hogan, and I think he went live after he posted. His fans jumped on the live video to ask why he posted Hulk Hogan, and he went out. Like, he literally started crashing out. He talked about how, he can post whoever the F he wants to post, that Hulk Hogan made a mistake about 20 years ago and he has apologized for it, and he's saying it as if people are still holding on to what Hulk Hogan said. And he said that if they are going to be calling him out, dragging him for posting Hulk Hogan, they should as well go after the colored athlete. And if you are asking who are the people this man is calling the colored athlete, I'm sure you guessed right. Black people. He referred to black people as colored, as if we are talking about 1920s. He is currently getting cancelled and people are calling him out, because how can you go after people who body shame others, but you can't go after people who are racist? It's not making any sense, right? Let's get into it.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well.
Hulk Hogan was a racist, steroid-amped rodeo clown who represented everything wrong with America, and that's why I didn't really care when I heard the news of his passing. I didn't even make a video on it when the news had first broke. That's how much I didn't care. I didn't smile, grin, chuckle, and there were certainly no tears when I heard the news. If anything, I was just disappointed that Hulk Hogan had managed to last that long. So imagine my surprise when Joey Swole, the fitness community's golden boy, is on a live stream ready to risk his whole career and livelihood defending a man who is a documented racist. Like, multiple times over. He's been caught multiple times expressing his clear and intense disdain for African Americans. And the fact that I saw Joey Swole dismiss those remarks as just a mere mistake, Hulk Hogan is a grown-ass man. But that's not a mistake. That's just who the Hulkster was. A hateful, insecure little man. And who cares anyway? Grown men are held accountable to their mistakes all the time. Matter of fact, hold on, Joey Swole, you built your career off of holding people accountable to their mistakes. So you should understand why people are mad at you right now. Don't act like you don't know what's going on. And then the audacity of him to tell people to go get mad at all of the colored athletes, his words, not mine, who also publicly posted and grieved for Hulk Hogan. First of all, deflecting 101. Second of all, we got beef with them too, now what? Very disappointing news all around. But some people can't cope with the idea of their idol being a bad person. It is what it is, but he normally makes good content, so I hope he comes to his senses.
If somebody's hero is a white supremacist and they don't mind, they're a white supremacist. I never followed Joey Swole because he's performative. I followed him for like 5 seconds because I love muscle. That's about it. And then I was like, this guy is a fraud. He's performative. He's just doing this for views and money. And what do you know? He's out here calling people colored. If he was so principled and moral, he wouldn't be using the term colored in 2025. He wouldn't be trying to hold black people accountable for overlooking racism while his white ass is overlooking the same racism. Unfortunately, there are people who've been through horrible things as black people at the hands of white people who've probably just given up on trying to hold white people accountable for racism because they're going to keep getting disappointed by their heroes. Don't have white men as your heroes. Don't do it. It's a risk. It's a high risk. What did we learn? Don't put stock in these celebrities and influencers. Don't have so much faith in them because they're going to disappoint you every time. If people don't mind racism, they're not your friends. They definitely shouldn't be your heroes. And they shouldn't be someone you look up to, ever. The man has a niche for calling people out. And when he gets called out, he doesn't want to take accountability. White people don't want to hold other white people accountable, particularly for their racism. He made excuses for that man. He acted like he didn't know what Hulk Hogan did. Maybe he doesn't, but he didn't make any effort to do any research about why people don't care that Hulk Hogan is gone. Why people of color, or particularly black people, don't care that Hulk Hogan is gone. And using the N-word multiple times is not a mistake. If you purposely put words out of your mouth that are slurs, that's not a mistake. Using the N-word multiple times, saying that if you ever get reincarnated, you hope you don't become a black person, that's not a mistake at all. That's a mentality that he clearly didn't change. And people are like, oh, he got baptized before he died. Who gives a fuck? Forgiveness is a Christian concept. I don't believe in it. For people who are racists, I don't believe in forgiveness. Fuck racists and white supremacists. I don't care that he died. Don't care. What was he adding to the globe? Besides making up a character. Anybody can make up a character and pretend to be somebody. That's why you don't have faith in these people. And clearly, Joey Swole was pretending to be this high and mighty, morally superior man that he is not. He called us colored. Colored. In 2025. I need us to stop acting like racism was ever gone. It was just in hiding. It's just like the Sith. They were in hiding, waiting for the opportunity to show their ass again.
Joey Swole, the man who builds his content on shaming and condemning others for the mistakes they make, got on live and then justified Hulk Hogan's racism, calling it a mistake, saying people should be able to make mistakes and not be condemned and criticized for them. Then goes on to say, if you want to drag him, then y'all should be dragging the other colored and black people who made videos talking about Hulk Hogan. And I have two questions. Colored? Second question, colored and black. So what does the colored stand for? Who are you speaking of? Usually when white people use the term colored, it's because they don't have any colored friends. And when I say colored, I mean black. And I'm trying to figure out, you said colored and black. Colored refers to black people. What are we doing? And now that I'm thinking about it, Joey Swole's entire brand is calling out egregious behavior. But yet he justifies a man who, if you looked him up on the World Wide Web, he would just be known for egregious racist behavior. It makes no sense. The way these white people will stick beside whiteness above everything. And this is a great conversation to have considering what Sydney Sweeney's bitch ass just did. These white people will literally murder their brand to support whiteness. Not so much Sydney Sweeney, because what's her brand? Alt-right, fetish, wet dream. There's not really much going on. However, we loved her in Euphoria, and then she got out and started acting an ass. And I wonder, I need to understand, is being white that important to you that you will make a mockery out of yourself and your brand? Really? They put her in a jean jacket, unbuttoned it, and they made sure to have no undershirt because they know people are not going to watch Sydney Sweeney unless they see her boobs, and had her recite that alt-right bullshit. And she did it. I mean, she wears her MAGA hat. We know what they are. But y'all don't feel embarrassed? You look ridiculous. All of you. So ridiculous. And now that I'm thinking about it, to say you have good genes, yet it's widely known that your people age like a glass of milk that's been left out on the counter is crazy. They're just saying anything.
The funny thing about this whole Joey Swole situation is how he literally got on live and called black people colored as if this is the 1850s. I'm gonna need you to get the hell on with that. We're not doing that. Not in 2025. In defense of Hulk Hogan, because you're on there talking about some, what he did was a mistake. Racism is not a mistake. And you're a grown ass man. You know what's a mistake and what's not. You use your whole platform to put people on blast for having poor gym etiquette and treating the gym or using the gym in an improper way. That's what your whole page is about. So that is something that you don't tolerate, but racism is a mistake. Calling black people the N-word with the hard ER is a mistake. Disowning your daughter for dating a black man is a mistake. It's not, Joey. I don't know what. It's not. But to call black people colored in 2025 only lets me know one thing. You are just like Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I'm saying it. You say the N-word with the hard ER when the cameras aren't around, and that would justify your solidarity to him. And just the fact that you thought that was a good thing to say, like you didn't say black people, you didn't say black Americans, you didn't say African Americans, you didn't even say POC. You said, go talk to those colored creators. Oh yeah. Hard ER on the N-word. The hardest of ERs on the N-word for you, because you are one of them, 100%.
So Joey Swole out here calling athletes colored as if we're a box of crayons, right? In 2025, we're using the word colored to describe minorities, bro. I used to follow Joey Swole's content because I agree, right, with the bullying in the gym and the harassment and, people being called out for bad gym etiquette. I fucked with that. And all it took was a racist dying to find out that this man plays for that team. Bullying and harassment and bad gym etiquette means more than somebody that's racist, right? And not just a little racist, right? Hulk Hogan didn't just say a little bit of bad shit. He said a lot. And what was that, last year? There was some kind of promotion that Hulk Hogan was doing, right? And he had a black model, and she was promptly fired that night. And then a white model was hired in her place. I watched that girl's TikTok last year. So it wasn't like Hulk Hogan wasn't still racist. It wasn't 20 years ago. Racism doesn't affect white people, so they don't care about it, right? But the bullying and harassment at the gym would affect him, right? Or affect people that he likes, right? So it's a problem, right? All it took was a racist dying for them to come out the woodworks. Racism has never been a deal breaker for white people. It's only been a deal breaker for people that it affects negatively. Colored athletes, though, Joey. Like we're a box of crayons. When we're all a shade of wheat. Dumbass.
Joey Swole is a perfect example of what we mean by there's not enough good white men who are speaking out against the racism in this country, and it's not enough big platform creators speaking about the coup that's taking place in our government. You don't have to be educated. You just got to pay attention and be a good person to understand what's happening is wrong. And it's not normal, and I'm not allowing y'all to normalize it. Now, mind you, Joey Swole, you called us colored folk again. Okay, now it's 2025. That was out of pocket. Now, I seen your apology video. I need you to understand, if you truly are sorry, you have to become an advocate now. You have to advocate and push that. The same way you push it in the gym, you got to push that outside the gym. I need y'all to understand, politics is everywhere. It's in your rent. It's in your car insurance. It's in your car registration. It's in your minimum wage, your wages. It's in everything we do. You live it and you breathe it. So when you say, oh, no, I'm not into politics, you are. You live it. It's your life. Everything you do, you can't sit there and say, oh, I just mind my business and do me. No, you're doing them because it's their politics. You're doing them. You understand that? And this is why we're all like, it sounds like we're crazy, but we're not. We're trying to get y'all to understand we are getting screwed. And so for Joey Swole, you just got to become an advocate, and you're going to have to make big change now. Yeah, because saying colored in 2025, that.
This fitness influencer, Joey Swoles, is a perfect example of if you let them talk enough, they will tell on themselves. Like if you have ever questioned if something is too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it is actually too good to be true. There are so many people who are bringing up the conversation of how they've clocked how performative he is for the longest of time. There's a creator that I follow talking about that if she found out that this guy is very performative, and people are saying that they are going to be looking at, these white creators who tends to make videos to seem like they are in support or they're standing up for something that is not good, standing up for minorities, because they might have an ulterior motive. There might be something behind all of that. There might be something that they are hiding. This man sees so many people's behavior as something that you cannot excuse, as something that, they need to be called out for hate. But when it comes to racism, when it comes to discrimination towards minorities, he said he doesn't give a F. Literally, that was what he meant on the line. Being racist is not a mistake. If you cannot overlook people's mistake, there is not even hope to that. If you cannot excuse mistakes of misbehavior in public, if you come across as somebody who has moral, who has good etiquette, who have all of that put together, you need to be able to do that thorough and not pick and choose because, this person is a white man. He literally risked his entire page just to support and stand by a white man. He literally stood there. He literally was on that live calling black people colored. Like there is no other way to refer to someone. Do you know how you need to not have with somebody for your inner thoughts to be so loud and come out? Because I'm sure that is his inner thought. That is what he referred to, black people, minorities in his mind. That was his inner thought being out. I'm sure if it happens to be a pre-recorded video, he would have edited it out, but because it was live and people were able to catch that, there was nothing he could do. Now he is issuing an apology. This is what they do. Everybody expects him to issue an apology, but does that, make any difference to him saying black people as colored people? Because how are you calling black people colored like they are in the, 1920s? Like calling them colored just like that? Saying for something he did 20 years ago and he has apologized for it, telling them and passing message across to people who look like him that it is okay to do some crazy things. As long as you apologize for it, then you're good to go. The privilege, the audacity. These people will never fail to amaze us because at this point, you can't be standing for so many misbehaviors like that and feel like racism is where you draw the line. You can't pick and choose, so you need to support that man. And if people come at you, you can back yourself up because you will refer to them and tell them to go after the colored athletes who are posting or paying tribute to this man. It is insane. He's basically just telling us that even though I have grown my page to 8.5 million followers and I have been calling out people's mistake and telling them to take accountability for their mistake, what you have been doing or performing to a lot of people, or what you have been telling us, is that it is a selective accountability. Because according to you, people are not allowed to feel the way they feel for a man who has consistently told them that their existence is a punishment. Because how on earth can you critique a gym behavior, but you cannot critique racism? How is that even making sense? And it is not even just how he said it online. It is how arrogantly and confidently that he said it online. He literally showed his real self on their live, and he said that very loud and clear that this is where he stands. If you are going to preach discipline, etiquette, and good behavior, you should be the one best practicing and showcasing that. You shouldn't be selective about the people that you are holding accountable. You shouldn't be selective just because of skin color. This further proves what black people have been saying, that these people will pretend that they have for you until they show you that they are actually not for you. He has consistently placed himself as someone who goes after the truth, who call out mistake. And when people are calling out his own mistake to him online, refer to black people as colored people. It is absolutely insane. I want to hear what you guys think about this. Do you know this man? Have you ever seen any of his content? Because now I am seeing so many people saying they have come across his content and they have been able to detect that he's performative. Have you ever come across his content before? Has he ever come across to you as being performative? Let me hear what you think in the comment section, because I actually do watch a lot of his videos, like a lot. To now see him call black people colored, nah. I do not think any black person is going to be standing for that. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. I am going to see you guys in the next one. Bye.